My son did watch Dora the Explorer, and we had, like a couple of games and stuff with the Explorer, and, some books. And it mixed some of the Spanish and the English language, so that was always really cool. I read the script, and I thought it was awesome. I thought it was a lot of fun, way more fun than I even anticipated. And the character of Cole, I thought was pretty cool. He's this guy who's, he's a scientist, an explorer, and he teaches him and his wife, Elena, teach their daughter how to be an explorer and how to live in the wildlife or whatnot, and how to study and respect the wildlife and explore. They designed this little house that goes into the river, and it wasn't there before, and it looks amazing. And there's, the set decorator really did an amazing job with it, and everything is there like a living, breathing family of explorers and scientists, and it just supplies you with that kind of energy. And at the end of the day, it's all pretend, but like it really helps if you're in the situation and you're in the living situation, and it's easier to portray these characters. But it's a lot of fun too, because you go on your own exploration, and these little nooks and crevices that they have even within the house are all very exact, and the way they built that thing is pretty phenomenal. People see it in the movie, but it was pretty amazing to see, because I thought it was always there. She's a great person. She's got this great energy, and I was like, oh wow, they cast the perfect person to play Dora's mother, because she's got this really contagious energy and great laughter. And I think the toughest part about acting with Eva is like trying to get through a take without laughing. And I don't know how James deals with it, but like we've got the giggles a couple times, and one person makes somebody laughed, and the other person, and which is good to have that kind of energy. But we need to just keep our discipline in, and I think we'll be fine. But it's been great. It's 10 years later, and it's how she deals with the, Eva said it best, the jungles of high school, which is always really cool to see a fish out of water. He tries to guide his kid. He doesn't tell them what to do exactly. Sometimes you do, like when they're stepping out of line, or like they're doing something obviously that's not good for them, but like he's trying to guide as best he could. But the life experience that he has, for the most part, is in the classroom and out there in the jungle. So he has very limited practical knowledge from him to draw from. And so he tries to warn her about the dangers of the city as best he can. And some of those ideas are a bit dated. I've been doing it for about 24 years, on camera, and it's still, I still love it. It's such a challenge to me, and every time I get any role, I feel like I really don't know how to do this character, and so the process has to start all over again. And so it almost makes you like an instant explorer, if you may, of the possibilities, and trying to grind out a character that can live for the duration of the film. What was great is that she got the essence of the animated show, and she really made it her own. But at the same time, like, you definitely know that it's Dora. I think her level of commitment was really, it was amazing to see, and she really goes for it, which I think this is the kind of show where you really have to do it, and she really does, and she commits fully, and somehow she made it very natural. I tend to look at every aspect of a character's makeup, and in this case, because of what it was and the tone of it, I wanted to look at some humor, and also there's some parts where there is some parental drama, so to speak, and so I definitely wanted to do good by the script. And the best scripts for me are the ones that really inspire me for new moments. And so there was a couple moments that I pitched to the writers and that they liked it. The dance part thing warning her against raves is something that that the script inspired. And true to form, and it was, good for them that we were able to do it. They wrote me back some scenes and stuff. So it was really a great collaboration with, the director, but also like the producer and, for the studio giving me the green light for that thing. It's always great. It's a lot of fun to create with them. It does kind of feel a little bit like the old school Indiana Jones and the adventures or whatnot. And there's some really amazing sets and, graphics where you as a parent or you as anybody wish you could kind of be there and to see what it feels like. My favorite kind of adventure is normally with the family, and unexpected adventures are the best. Because we tried things that we never, tried before. Like, you can make an adventure out of anything.
It's safe to say that Caddyshack is one of the funniest films ever made, in no small part to Bill Murray and his hilarious portrayal of the deranged groundskeeper, Carl. One of the more famous scenes of the movie is when Carl practices his golf swing on a row of flowers while narrating his own Cinderella story at the grand open. The entire scene was improvised on the spot by Murray, proving once again what a great comedian can do with even the barest amount of inspiration.